Hey, Jeremy, what are some of the focal points you guys are making sure to emphasize to get the offense back on track when it was playing at its best?
Lining up fast, giving the QB a chance to analyze the defense. We know that they bring a lot of different coverages, so we want him to be able to, see everything and be able to make the checks and get us in the right position. And then just the execution part. We all know that when we execute how we're supposed to, the game goes how we want it to be. So we know that one of our key components is going to be execution. If we can out execute them, then we'll be in a good spot.
Over to the front left, Colin.
Obviously, the offense last time in Oklahoma didn't go super well. What do you remember about, I guess, the atmosphere, what you guys faced in Norman, that you can kind of prepare for or encourage people who didn't experience what last year brought?
This time around, we know it's gonna be cold. Their lights. It kind of got me last time that we played. The lights were I don't know, in a weird position, I guess you could say. So that, and then just the field condition. I think our equipment staff has done a great job at putting us in the right cleats and whatnot, so we won't have that issue. And then, just from there, it's just playing football. That's it.
Go to Charlie on the far right.
When we heard from Coach DeBoer yesterday, he said he was a little winded coming off the practice field because he was working with you guys, the receivers, a little bit more. Just what's that been like? What's it been like getting a little bit more time with the head coach?
Yeah, it's always great to be able to have your head coach coach you up a little bit. He has so many other things to worry about, but for him to be in our room and give us notes and just be there to analyze the film and whatnot, it helps us. It helps us a lot because he was a OC. Now he's the head coach, and he used to play position back in the day, so he has he knows a lot about the game, and it only helps us elevate our games as receivers.
We got two questions in the middle, starting with Joe, and then we'll go to Katie. Go ahead, Joe.
Jeremy, y'all had a lot of success in the November game moving the football, but fell into some havoc plays. What does Oklahoma do that kind of creates confusion and creates some of these disaster plays, and what can y'all do to avoid that?
So they check the checks. So whenever we check the play, that they'll make a check. They do a really good job at disguising their defense, showing us different looks, bringing another look. We're at a late point in the season. There's only so much you can do now, and so our coaches have done a great job at preparing and scheming up the right things, and so now it's just for the players. Just watch film, analyze what they do, get used to it. We run it in practice, and we just have to trust ourselves and trust our instincts when we get out there on the field and just prepare. So the game will come to us easy.
Okay, Katie's next. Go ahead, Katie.
Coach Grubb just talked about being excited to have Josh Quevvas back out there. Just kind of how does Josh open things up for the rest of the offense in both the pass and running game?
Josh he's very versatile. So, he's able to block really well in the run game, and then he's able to be explosive in the pass game. And we definitely need that. You can't just have receivers running routes and whatnot. It takes all of us. It takes a tight end. It takes a running back. So we all know what he can do and what he brings to the table. So it's a very key part to our offense.
We got Tony next on the front right.
Yeah, you mentioned the lights at the stadium there. It's not the first time I've heard that. Just what makes that challenging? And then also when you go to a new environment like that, how do you kind of get ready for that? How do you prepare for, maybe a different environment that you're used to in terms of just maybe visual things?
It's hard to prepare for that, but we're receivers. We know we're gonna experience that, at some point in our career. So we just have to be able to adjust.
Let's go to Matt on the back right.
Your coaches have talked throughout the season about you guys sort of feeling like your back's against the wall since the Florida State game. At this point in the year, is having all that pressure throughout the year helpful for you that maybe it's not so different now?
I wouldn't really call it pressure. Just a little adversity, I would say, and adversity it strengthens our team, and that's something that every team needs. We see how resilient we are. We've seen the teams that we faced and all the games that we did come out on top. So we could just use those lessons to be able to learn and continue to move forward. We know that the playoffs are going to be hard, and we've been through hard things throughout the season, so we're prepared.
Stay on the right side, front row to Nick.
I want to ask a follow-up about getting lined up quicker, because it's something that Coach Grubb talked about. If it's not Mach 4, it's not fast enough type of deal. Like why is it so important to make sure that you guys get lined up as fast as you need to be?
It gives Ty, like I said, it gives Ty a chance to see the whole defense. Like I said, if he needs to make a check, he can make a check. And then it also gives us receivers and the O linemen to point out their guys. It gives receivers to a chance to see the defense and see the structure of the defense, see if they're going to rotate, if they're on different levels or whatnot. So it gives us all an advantage when we line up fast.
All right, let's finish up with a follow-up from Colin there.
You were obviously with Coach DeBoer on his last, college football playoff run. I'm wondering what you remember about his demeanor back then, if there's any similarities, differences from, how as you guys approach this
Yeah.
one.
I mean, obviously, you evolve, you learn new things as a person, but Coach DeBoer, he's the same person. He's going to prepare, his hardest at whatever it is, whether we're playing University of Louisiana Monroe or we're playing Ohio State, you know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter about, who we're playing or, what type of game it is or if we're in the playoffs or not. He's going to prepare just how he always does.
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Sorry. Thank you, guys.